Good morning, good people. Welcome to another vlog. If you're new here, my name is Tashara, Politics of Fashion. I make videos that are all about style, self-care with a twist of social justice. Welcome. I am an attorney by training. I've been a content creator for over a decade. And yeah, I'm just happy to have y'all here. I've been at this for a long time. I actually spoke last night to a group of students at UDC Law School. Hey, y'all. And it was just a treat. It was their Fashion and Law Society, which I didn't even know it existed. Like, that was a thing you could do. I wish I knew when I was in law school. And so much about the world and online media consumption and creation has changed. And so it was funny because as I was talking to them, I was like, do you guys know what a blog is? I started something called a blog. They were like, blog? Substack? No, not a Substack. It's a blogger. Blog loving. If y'all remember blog loving, you've got to comment down below, please, because those were the days, baby. We were on these computers down at our jobs reading blogs for hours and IMing, instant chatting via Gmail, our friends who also were not doing work. Anyway, that's how long I've been in the game. Now, at the time of me filming this, it is right before Thanksgiving. And in today's video, we're going to talk about my Thanksgiving tablescape. Yes, I am testing my tablescape and not recipes because I don't cook. We are going to try a new cocktail recipe, though, together. I have some ingredients that I want to share with you. And I just want to test out what that's going to be like for Thanksgiving. The table, the cocktails, the charcuterie board, those are my ministries. And for someone like me, I have a spirit of excellence. So I'm going to do them to the best that they've ever been done because it's what I enjoy. So we'll do that together. We also this afternoon are going to go to Baltimore to Khoi's pop-up. If you know anything about Khoi, it's an amazing Black-owned jewelry brand. Hyatt Arita is their founder, and it is based in Chicago, actually. And I really want to go to their showroom, but until I can get to Chicago, baby, they are taking it on the road. And so they are here in Baltimore today. The VIP opening reception is this evening, and so we're going to hop in the car with my friend Kendra and head out to Baltimore. I'm going to show you what I eat in the day because I also want to talk to you all about my wellness goals in this vlog as well. Started my day off with a workout with Life with Glory B. Absolutely love her. I was in her workout classes, I think around the pandemic, and dropped out, girl. And I wish I would have been consistent because the results that you see from her workouts, mostly HIIT, but also strength training, amazing. And Gloria, at her age, I want to age like her. I am just really, really impressed with how she takes care of herself and the way she leads us in her classes. And so I will leave her information down below. You can now book her classes through an online platform. Join. It's about 3 or 4 times a week. I'm trying to work my way up to the full course of classes, but definitely I'm already feeling stronger, which is really important for this phase of life. Now, it's going to work you hard for about 45 minutes to an hour, but that time goes by so fast. And knowing that she's someone who has aged so gracefully and beautifully, I just find it to be so inspiring to know this can be a phase of life where we take control of our health, our fitness, and live our best lives, actually. And that is my goal. And I'm so happy that I have partners like MIDI Health who are helping to make that possible. They are sponsoring this portion of today's video. If you don't know, MIDI Health is a virtual clinic that specializes in perimenopause, menopause, and beyond. We cannot assume that our primary care physicians or other doctors, even our GYNs, have a lot of experience in this phase of life, which is why MIDI is so important. They can inform you about HRT, hormone replacement therapy, about your fitness or your health goals, about your nutrition, about weight loss. It really is kind of a one-stop shop for living a holistically well, healthy life at a big age. They're 100% online, so it's super easy to book an appointment, but they also can work in tandem with your other healthcare professionals. Now, many of us suffer during this phase of life because we are embarrassed, because our doctors don't know enough about how to treat us, but hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings, irritability, other issues that you may face as a result of perimenopause and menopause, we can find support for those things. I am on a low dose estrogen that I told you all about the last video with Mitty, and I've definitely seen results. I am so happy I made that decision. But even if you're not interested in HRTs, the good part about Mitty is that in my appointments, what we've done is break through some of the myths and misunderstanding. Once again, it is not often enough that we have access to people who specialize in this phase of life. Could you imagine having back pain and going to a podiatrist? Could you imagine having issues with your sinuses and going to an OBGYN? That doesn't happen, but for some reason in this phase of life, we're supposed to just go without specialized medical care. Anyway, many thanks to Mitty for being the foundation of our health goals during this phase of life. Click below in the description box or scan to make your appointment. Now, let's keep going. I am going to go hop in the shower because worked out this morning once again. I did have a bit of breakfast, the same old, y'all, so I didn't even show it to you. It was cottage cheese with fruit and a bit of nut butter. But when I come back, I'm going to talk to you about lunch. So let's go. Hey guys, I just hopped off a work call after taking a shower and making the bed. It's been real trifling around here, I ain't gonna hold you. Like getting back in the swing of things after the honeymoon has been hard, but we're almost there. We're almost where we need to be as far as like chores and getting the house the way it needs to be day to day. But anyway, that shower was everything. You ever just took a nice hot shower, a nice hot bath, and you was like, thank God for water. Thank God for hot water. God, we thank you. But I showed you a few products that I want to talk about in depth. First, for my hair, because y'all, I have the flakiest, driest scalp, and I have to do like a deeply moisturizing treatment at least once a week. The really two standout products for that for me are these two. One is this Kristen S scalp scrub that removes buildup and flakes, scalp soothing, hydrating, and rebalancing, non-drying. And it literally is what it sounds like. It is a scalp scrub. This is gentle enough to be used weekly and even on a sensitive scalp. And so after I wash my hair, I scrub this on. It has these little small beads and it helps to lift up all of that dead skin and the flakiness. And then I follow it up with the Briogeo Scalp Revival. It has charcoal and tea tree in it, and it's a hydrating scalp mask. So think about it being one step beyond a conditioner. These two together work wonders depending on the length of my hair and how far I am between a haircut. I typically will put some sort of product on afterwards. Some days it's just oil. Other days it might be something a little bit thicker to help my hair to lay. Put on a scarf, go on about my business. I have to use these things weekly. And then my shower faves that I've been talking about a lot on social. Here is your sign to follow me all across the internet, including on Instagram and TikTok. I do a lot of like real-time product reviews, just yapping, honestly, just be running my mouth. So you want to make sure you're following me there as well. But I got during the Sephora sale the large bottle of the Necessaire body wash in Olibanum. I don't know how you say this, but this has changed my life for the better. The fragrance in this baby, I wish I knew the scent notes because I used to be really big on the sandalwood one, which is, you know, fantastic. It's still amazing. They also have a eucalyptus one and one that is fragrance free. But this new one is so sexy, and it's a multi-enzyme body wash. It has in it vitamin C, vitamin E, 3 types of enzymes, as well as niacinamide, which is great for dark spots. So if you have some dark spots on your skin, this necessary body wash is amazing, and it is highly moisturizing. This is amazing. I will never not use this body wash. I'm also a really big fan of the Almond line by L'Occitane. Y'all already know that. I talk about them all the time. I'm on their PR list. I'm grateful for that. And their shower oil is amazing. So is their body wash that has oil in it. This is a brand new bottle, but you literally use this in the shower and you rinse it. You kind of rub it in, allow for it to emulsify, and then you rinse it off. She's a banger. Now, I use this, and I also use a new product, this Splash Salve by Hanny. Girl, this is basically a body butter that is made for the shower. It says moisturized skin starts in the shower. Splash Salve is an intensely nourishing water-activated treatment that restores lost lipids to repair, nourish, and soothe the skin. So use in the shower after you cleanse, apply it directly onto wet skin, rinse it without scrubbing, and then gently pat your skin with a towel. And you see what I mean? How it looks like a body butter. Your skin will glow, trust me. And the last thing I'm about to use right now is this Caudalie Smooth and Glow Elixir. And I talked to you all about this when we were in Rome. And I was like, oh my God, it's almost done. What am I gonna do? Sure enough, by the time I got home, girl, it was done. I'm obsessed with it. And I found this one during the Sephora sale, and the fragrance is prickly pear. I just feel like I'm treating myself today between the hair mask and exfoliator, the body butter or the shower butter, and now the body oil. Girl, ash. No ash against me shall prosper. These are chronic ashitis fighters, baby. Look at this. Look at this. Your skin is going to, let me get that heel. Your skin is going to glow, baby. Yes. And smell good at the same time. So I love it. I'm also starving, y'all. So let's get in the kitchen and make a snack. And then I'm going to make lunch. It's snack time. And hopefully I finally finish my coffee. I have a really bad habit, y'all, of nursing it throughout the day, and I need to stop that because what happens is it replaces me reaching for water. And that's what I need to be drinking. Grab one of my plates from Crate & Barrel, actually CB2. I feel like they have the best flatware as well as dishes. And we're gonna do kind of a balanced snack today because I'm learning from Margot how important it is to have as many food groups as possible represented because it helps you to feel full longer. The whole goal is to fuel your body, obviously. So I'm gonna eat a cheese stick from Trader Joe's that we got over the weekend. It's just these organic string cheeses. I'm going to eat an apple. Use my apple corer. I have a very, very ripe banana, so just in the interest of making sure it doesn't go bad, I'm going to throw this on my plate as well. For me, bananas are really best frozen and in smoothies or in cereal, but I keep them around. And then I have this Fix and Fog Everything butter that I live by. I'm taking it to my grave. It's 0 grams of sugar, but it's sweet. It has every kind of seed and nut you can imagine in it. If you are allergic to nuts, I'm sorry, this is not for you, sister. But it has peanuts, sunflower seeds, pepitas, flax seeds, almonds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, sesame oil. It is amazing. Greens, beans, potatoes. If you ever just want a quick little snack, girl, just go in the kitchen and have you a spoonful or two of this. And they have different flavors as well. So it's 2 tablespoons, 170 calories, and a lot of healthy fat. It's 14 grams of fat in here. Another good snack as well that I like is like a beef stick or a turkey stick. I don't have any right now, I forgot. But this quick little doop-de-doo. Oh, and then I got my rice crackers as well. I get these from Thrive. This is the brand. Sorry to be smacking y'all, but bow, 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 bow. That's cute. I have a horrific sweet tooth, y'all. And so having things like this in my house is so important. So I'm not looking for or reaching for highly processed snacks. I stopped buying things like Chips Ahoy and Oreos and things like that a long time ago. I don't even think I have any processed. I have some Nutella in here that I'll put on top of a rice cracker if I ever want like sugar. I keep a lot of nuts like these whole cashews, as well as these sesame almonds from like honey sesame almonds from Trader Joe's. I also always have this protein granola that I get from Thrive. But other than that, there's nothing in here that I would say is overly processed. If I want salty, I always have these Trader Joe's plantain crisps. And if I want something with a little bit more flavor that's savory, I do the Lesser Evil white cheddar popcorn. I love this, but it goes stale so quickly. Let me see. I don't know why we have 3 open. It's not bad. I'm gonna add this to the plate. Okay, that's enough. So I'm about to not eat my lunch. Let's cook. I finished cooking, y'all, and shout out to this amazing pan by Our Place that you saw me cooking in. Put it back on the stove, it's still a little bit hot. It is a non-stick ceramic pot and pan company, and I haven't used pots and pans with the non-stick coating in the bottom in a long time because I'm always afraid of the toxins that can be released, but they are toxin free. And girl, I only needed a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of that pan for the chicken thighs that I just made, and they are so succulent, especially when I put the lid on the top. I let that steam get through for about 5 minutes. Oh my God. And then I have a salad. It's just kale with cucumbers. They're English cucumbers, so I leave the skin on. It's not too waxy. And tomatoes. The secret with kale for me is to massage it with olive oil and especially lemon juice because the citric acid breaks down that toughness. And then I'm going to use my favorite dressing today, which is the Trader Joe's organic toasted sesame dressing. I could put this on everything. You know how folks are about ranch? That's how I am about this. That's lunch. I'm going to chill out for a second, get some work done, and I will see you back in a second because I want to show you these boots I got from The Real Real. Hey, y'all. I am getting ready to get up out of here. I actually went live on IG, so make sure you were following me there because we had a good little key. Margot joined. We talked about some menopause stuff, estrogen. Yeah, it was just a good little key. My makeup is on for this evening. I'm really trying to do a better job of getting dressed in enough time to create my content, do my things. And so I started early, went slow, and got a little bit of spillage from my shadow. I'm using the Culture 2 palette by Juvia's Place. I always tell you all about that. And a Bad Bee collabo on the blush that I've been loving, which is La Bon Bon, which is a new color that I have, it's new to me, by Merit Beauty. And layered on top is Exhibit A. And everything else you guys already know. It's the OG. I'm going to do a nude lip before I go. But, my lashes are new, y'all. It is Lily Lashes Faux Mink. The 3D Faux Mink is what I'm wearing. I was wearing these on the video recently, and y'all were like, oh, I like your blue lashes. And it was just because my makeup had a blue tint to it. They're not blue, but they are very wispy, especially on the ends. And I've come to like that lately because I feel like the thickness actually is a little bit better than the Ardell Wispies, especially if I'm going to be on camera. Let's talk about these boots that I got, y'all. So I got 3 pair of boots. None of them fit. All from The Real Real, and it's so disappointing, but they were an amazing price, and I also had a credit. Let's start with the first ones because these are the most impressive as far as the price is concerned. They need to be resold, but they're in definitely like good condition now. If not, I would not have bought them. But they are by Chanel. And what I'm really in love with, y'all, is the toe tap in this silver. 100% suede. They go over the knee. And this is what needs to be resold because the person that wore them, baby, wore their shoes, okay? They're size 41 though. And I can wear a 41 in Chanel sandals, but Chanel boots, even if they were 41 and a half, I would keep them. But that 41, I can't do. They were $438, I think. I'm going to send them back. Hopefully someone can get their hands on them who wears this size. But I think these with a pair of like leather shorts, jorts, a midi skirt, denim, be so good. It's the suede and how high they go up, almost to over the knee, but I'm very tall, so probably over the knee on someone else is how they're marketed. And it's that daggone toe tap. For that price at Chanel, I had to at least try them. This pair is brand new, and the fact that I cannot fit it is hurtful. Brand new Tom Ford boots, y'all. Another over the knee, gold buckle, but this 41 played in my face. Croc and Boss, black leather. I am obsessed with the square toe and the Croc and Boss teal. It'd be the little things for me. And here's the thing. I'm not a like stiletto boot wearer. I would much rather put on a fire pair of sandals, pumps, but it's something about a boot with a skinny heel that just, I have to like psych myself into like, do breathing and meditation exercises before I put them on. They are so painful to me. And so I'm always looking for a boot that gives slim, that gives chic, that gives sexy without that kind of heel. And that's what I feel like these do. they don't fit. All right. Sharing these with you all because they should be on the website soon once I send them back. But also, I'm going to make sure I have over on LTK my favorite boots from the Real. And I'm probably going to do under $1,000 or under 500 just because there are some gems there. And then these, y'all, I honestly did not even know that they were velvet. What is this, velvet? But I'm not mad at them. This is a thigh boot, babe. This is one of them I was talking about. Well, I got to meditate before I put it on. But this is a sexy girl. I have this feather mini skirt, oversized white button down, throw on this boot, and a long black wool coat with a brooch on it. I'm going to Dogon. I'm going to see Chef Kwame. I'm having a little nosh on a Tuesday night. They too small. These are like, why would you even get these too small? These are like, pinky toe is gone, too small. The higher the heel, the bigger the size. That's just how it works. And this 41 is probably giving a good 39.5. Maybe a 40 on a good day. But she's beautiful. The brand is called Studio. Never heard of her. Or maybe it's called Black Suede Studio. And this is brand new as well. Another great pair of boots from the Real. So I will link, once again, my favorites over on LTK. Make sure you're following me there. Let me get my lip on. And then I'm going to show you tonight's OOTD. All right, y'all, let's head out. Let me show you how the makeup came together. I will link everything down below, including the lip as well. This is a MAC lip as well as chestnut liner. Wearing my grill that says Shower, my nickname. Earrings, of course, are by Khoi. Bracelet, of course, is giving Khoi. All right, we're going to the Khoi event. I thought about my Khoi brooch, but I don't know. It might be giving a little bit too much. I'm of the mindset where I'm like, take the last thing off that you put on just to make sure you're not doing the most. I actually would wear it, but y'all, I'm wearing sneakers. I am wearing my gold Nikes tonight. I just want to be comfortable. And also, I don't have a reason why. I just wanted it to have a different look with the suit. I feel like I always do heels, and it'll be nice to do something that's a little bit more street style, more edgy, and also a lot more fun. This is an oversized blazer that I wore as a dress on my wedding engagement or my wedding rehearsal dinner, so that night. And then my pants are the oversized Jacquemus pants. Let me turn you around. Again, sorry for the light, but these are the Nike Gatos. They also make them in silver, I think. The pants kind of have a curvature to them, and this is a super duper oversized blazer. I feel like with the large accessories too, it's nice to have that juxtaposition. Maybe we do black owned on black owned. Yeah. See, and it's just a fun little Florian clutch. Let's get out of here. Actually a little bit like together. I didn't look at that one. That's so
good. But I see through their disguise. Heartbeat on the pavement. Every step a silent vow. Searching for the reason I'm still standing here right now. Every scar, a story I don't need to hide. Lost and found in moments only I define. On my soul path, moving through the unknown. faded conversations, letting all the noise decay, painted over memories with colors bold and new. Every single sunrise, I'm becoming something true. Every fall, a lesson I can't leave behind. Building up my courage, one more hill to climb. On my soul path, I'm stepping through the fire, shedding old skin, rising higher and higher. No looking back, fueled by my desire. On my soul path,
Hey friends, it is a few days later. You saw me this morning cleaning up my office. It's a mess again. I just came to the realization, and I don't know why it took me this long to get to this realization, probably because it is the biggest space that I've been in since I've been in the DC metro area. Urban spaces tend to be small, obviously, and you know my checks have often. I was a public interest attorney, y'all. My checks have often required for me to be in small spaces. I had a cute little studio place. I've had roommates. I had a 2-bedroom. This is my first 3-bedroom anything, and the first condo that I purchased back in 2020. And I've just outgrown it. And I thought about that today as I was trying to make a space for my makeup, and I'm forever having to clean and re-clean and shuffle and move. I can barely film in here because it's just too small. Same thing's true for the kitchen, etc. So stay tuned, y'all. We may be doing a politics and fashion move. a home series very soon. But for now, we'll re-clean this in a second. And you also saw me down at Heyday getting my monthly facial. It's just so relaxing. I love them so much. The staff is so sweet. And my skin, they told me, was in really good condition. And so my esthetician said that a lot of the dryness I had been experiencing around my mouth was gone. And I have a lot of congestion, barely any dark spots. And so it was just kind of a routine facial today. Left there, went to the grocery store for the 5th time, because my grandparents are here and we know our elders just require it. Plus, next week is Thanksgiving, y'all, which is why I wanted to talk to you about our tablescape. Now, let me just say, I can't take you in the dining room now. See point number 1 I made about space. And so we are in full Thanksgiving prep already. My grandma's serious about this thing, girl. Her dressing is an Olympic sport. And so we got 5 types of stuffing, 2 types of cornbread, 4 things of chicken broth, 7 cans of evaporated milk. We got 2 dozen eggs. It's just... So all of those things have taken root in the dining room. Don't worry. We are actually renting a place with my wife's family a few hours away for Thanksgiving. So all those things have to get packed up. But in the meantime, what I am going to do is drop right here some footage that I share over on TikTok of a haul from CB2 for Thanksgiving. This is our first Thanksgiving together as a married couple, and Bae and I are hosting. We got a house out in the Shenandoah Valley. We're gonna bring family, close friends together. Let me show you what I have been thinking about for my inspiration. First, before you ask, I do not cook. I cater. Bring a cocktail, bring a charcuterie situation. Most importantly, I bring the vibes. So I stopped by Crate and Barrel Outlet just to start to kind of think about, what I want to do for centerpieces and to also just decorate the house to give it more of a fall vibe. I got this branch, which actually looks pretty real. I also grabbed some cloth some cloth napkins. I think those are gonna be a nice color contrast on the dining room table, both here and for our Thanksgiving situation. I grabbed a few new, and I have so many of these, y'all, but a few new candle holders. These candlesticks, and I have some more. Just wait for those, because I found there, this is broken. Oh, no, it's not. I found there a candle holder for your table that's about this big, y'all. That was 70% off. For the napkins, I love these rings. This base was also an amazing price. And I made sure to get something that was opaque so that when I put this in, you can't tell that it's just one branch. And let me just show you the kind of color story of what I'm going for. I love it. Then I got the only recipes that matter to me. Well, macaroni and cheese, greens, beans, potatoes, those things are important. Those things are important. My grandmama's dressing. I'm gonna learn that recipe this year to the best of my ability. But as far as what I'm cooking, the best recipes. Around the board card deck. 54 cards for creating seasonal cheese and charcuterie boards by Emily Delaney. You did your big one. Yeah. Because look at that. This is what I'm cooking. Look at that. Turn it that way. Yeah. That's what I'm going to be on. I will put everything together and start the styling and show y'all. And also, we got to figure out what is the cocktail for Thanksgiving. So that is my lot. That's everything that I grabbed. I'm so excited with how the things came together. But I also grabbed some glasses from Estelle, and I'm gonna drop that right here as well. Let's talk about Estelle Colored Glass. It is an amazing black glass company. They do cake stands, decanters, stemware, the whole thing. And for a wedding gift, one of our friends, Claire, thank you very much, got us a gift card. So got 3 things here. They just came in. I didn't get them in a huge quantity because it was more about just adding to the bar that we already have. But first up are champagne flutes. I'm a sucker for good packaging. So this is what came in the box. That is Estelle, aka Big Mama. It has the whole story behind their brand. And thank you so much for your order. We are so happy to have you as a customer, and we hope you love your purchase. Kindly, Stephanie Hall, who is the founder. And for Thanksgiving, I'm doing like greens and gold, amber. Okay, and then next we have rocks glasses. And rocks glasses are just like they sound. Any drink you would put ice in that you don't serve neat, then you need rocks glasses. You put ice in it. Ooh, girl, this is heavy. This is luxury. The weight on the bottom of that oh. And then we have the martini glasses. Her martini glasses, I think she makes 2 types. I believe I got the coupes or the Marie Antoinette glasses because I wanted something to do aviations in, which is a gin cocktail. You ready for this? I know you can already see the color. No, I got, these are like the curved, it's like a mix between the traditional martini glass or what we know as a martini glass and a coupe because they're kind of curved at the top. Look at this color. Are you kidding me? Oh, what can you tell me, baby? I have me a dirty martini, extra dirty, extra cold, 3 blue cheese olives, gin mar is my spirit. Don't even talk to me. Don't look me in my eyes. My glassware is luxurious and black owned. Now, if this is your first time seeing these videos, girl, you late. I always say this, okay? So make sure you are subscribed here so you don't miss the video. We're almost at 100K. But also make sure you are following me on Instagram and on TikTok, and you are also watching my shorts because it takes much longer to create these sit down, longer form videos for y'all. So I'm going to be using some Estelle glasses. I'm going to be using everything that you saw me haul to come up with the tablescape that I've been working on here. And I shared this in my stories recently all week. Well, for the past maybe week and a half or so, I don't have my tablecloths yet. And I wanted to go to Joann's today to pick those up, but I just didn't have time. They're likely going to be burgundy because I do want to pull in another jewel tone. So think hunter green, gold, rust, burgundy. That's the vibe that we're going for. And I actually put in order for a centerpiece and probably maybe a few bud vases from a local florist who I love. Her name is Ursula, and her business is called Fleurs DC. I will link it down below. So I gave her my color palette. She's gonna do her thing. I put together some small bud vases with flowers from Trader Joe's just to see how the colors were gonna come together, and if I wanted to add any florals to what Ursula is doing. I still don't know if I will, but I do like the way that the bud vases came together. That's where we are. We're gonna make a cocktail together though, because I just made some simple syrup, y'all. And simple syrup is so simple. Why was I buying it? It's 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. Girl, what? I also put nutmeg and cinnamon in it, and just a little bit of vanilla extract in it, and a cinnamon stick. It's in the fridge, it's cooling now. And we are going to try out a recipe that I'm developing. I'm making stuff up, y'all, of a spiced apple bourbon spritz. We're going to use a bit of the bourbon that I got from Provenance that I actually picked from the barrel. If you saw my last vlog, then you saw me down at Provenance. And so we're going to try my bourbon in tonight's drink, and we'll see how it goes. But first, let me show you my OOTD, y'all, because I'm wearing mostly COS, and COS is having a great sale until the 24th. Maybe it's the 25th. I'll put it down below. But either way, everything site-wide is 25% off, girl. Everything. So first up is this wool turtleneck. Thin knit, and your hands can go in it. So I tend to wear it both ways. I am also wearing these barrel pants from COS. Let me bring you down just a little bit. I really, really like, y'all. They are so comfortable. I get a size 10 in everything from COS, just so you know, because I do think it tends to run a little small. But you got to go up in order to have them also fit in the hips. I wore them today with my gold Nikes. She took a picture, y'all. If I have it. Actually, I have a video that I will put up here because the outfit was giving. Now, girl, I'm beat down. It's been a long day. But the outfit was giving. I really love the way the navy and the army green go together with that little pop of gold and my Khoi bag. All of my COS faves will be linked down below, my new COS pieces, because I just want you all to have an idea of what I recommend if you are going to shop the sale for Black Friday. Let's get in here and make this drink. Okay, my friends, first let's talk about this concoction that I just made. I told you all I made my own simple syrup because I really like to control the sweetness of any cocktail that I make. That's why it's sometimes hard for me to get a cocktail on a menu. And Lord knows, never give me a batch cocktail. I can't. I want to control the sweetness for a number of reasons. But for now, just know that I added to the sugar in the water before it started to boil a teaspoon of cinnamon. I added a half a teaspoon of nutmeg and a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And again, I put a cinnamon stick on the inside, put it in the fridge to cool. I will keep it in the fridge. And that is the color that it came out as. You probably can't see the cinnamon stick in it, but it smells so good. Because I am going to put ice in our drink, I'm going to use one of my new glasses, my rocks glasses from Estelle. Bourbon, as I mentioned, is by Provenance. This is my bourbon. It has my name on the bottom. Bottle exclusively for Cheshire Halyard. 107 proof, 53.5% alcohol, aged for 7 years. I also put the label on it myself, which is why it's a little jacked up, girl. I'm going to add an ounce of bourbon. So it smells so good. We're gonna do a squeeze of lemon just because I feel like everything tastes better with lemon. I'm gonna start slow with the simple syrup because we can always add it. We cannot take it away. So this side of my jigger is probably about a ½ ounce. Yeah, it's a ½ ounce. So a little less than a ½ ounce of, yeah, definitely less than a ½ ounce of the simple syrup. I'm gonna add ice. I'm gonna shake it good, and we're gonna top it with champagne. This is actually Prosecco that we got for our wedding from like Sam's or Costco. We still have so much liquor left over. And it's also what makes it a spritz, the bubbles. You could use soda, you could even use apple cider. The apple cider wasn't an option for me because once again, I don't want it to be too sweet. I want to control the sweetness. I'm gonna give her a stir. I am not a bartender. I just play one on TV, okay? So if I've done something wrong with the construction of this drink, charge it to my head and not my heart. But let's see what it's giving. I also put 2 slices of apple in it. She's cute. Physically, she's cute. But her attitude, it's a little aggressive. Yeah, she's a little aggressive. And like I told you all, you can always add sweetness. We cannot take it away. Turn to your neighbor. We cannot take it away, okay? So let's go back to our simple syrup. And I'm actually, because the champagne obviously is brut, the Prosecco is brut, so it's dry. So I'm gonna add that full ½ ounce in there. And then I'm gonna really see what she's working with. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't think you understand. Let me straighten you up. You so crooked. The fizz in this, and you taste the cinnamon in the simple syrup. I would add, the next time I make this though, more nutmeg and more vanilla, which would give you more of a vanilla spiced bourbon spritz. Just the right amount of bourbon as well, the right amount of sweetness. I will tweak it a little bit more and leave the final ingredients that I recommend down below. Just went and grabbed some ice, and that is the final cocktail. Oh, real quick, before I go, I just realized I didn't talk to you about the Khoi event. It was amazing. It was so nice to meet all of you all. I want everything. Does Khoi have layaway? I want to do a layaway for Christmas for myself. Seriously though, the pin, the brooch, and at least 2 of the bangles are on my list. I'm gonna chill out on earrings. I'm actually gonna do a Khoi collection over on social. Again, you're reminded to follow me on IG and on TikTok. And then I'm gonna try to start getting into different bags with them because the sunglasses are also amazing. The event was spectacular. The vibe was amazing. Hi, you are that girl, but you already knowed it. You knew it. And the DMV definitely showed up in a mighty, mighty way for this amazing Black woman owned business and brand. So, cheers. It is up. And I'll see y'all next time.